Seems like I always have a boat.
Okay, let me go get him too.
What we did was we gathered for breakfast at the resort down the road and palaver and plan our day for fishing. Because on Leech Lake, if you waited till 10 o'clock, you had a better chance to catch a fish than if you got out there at 7 or 8. We're sitting there having breakfast and talking. I look up outside and there's a car pulled up there. And this lady got out.
You gotta talk louder. She can't hear you good.
And you can see right away that she was from the Indian village, someplace. Got a traditional garb on. And she comes in and we introduce ourselves and she says, I'm from the Red Lake Indian Reservation. And I've got some things here I thought maybe you might want to help me sell. She says, I run a class on making accurate Indian jewelry.
Little tiny beads. This was made with, yeah.
And she says, actually, I'm an Indian princess because my father is the chief of the tribe. And she had a briefcase, and she opened it up, and inside of the deep part of the briefcase, she had little medallions that were on for around the neck and pins and stuff. And then where you, on a briefcase, you got a place on the top where you could stuff stuff in, and there was a straight across thing.
I'm gonna take her out, and she poops, I'll pick it up.
Take her in that corner where our dogs always went.
The sniff is still there. And then on that she had about a dozen, or about 2 inches, 2.5 inches long, little Indian boys, you know, with the bead work down there, making legs out of them.
Yeah.
And one little Indian girl with a
Have a dress.
skirt on, a dress. And so I say to her, I said, wow, those are awful nice. I said, you got all those little Indian boys, and what's the deal with only one Indian girl? And she said, that's special. She said, I made that one. And I put a spell on it. She said, when you go out fishing, if you don't have any luck, after a certain amount of time, you know, a couple, 3, 4 hours, what you do is take this one and so you go, Ikabak Bukamluka, Ikabak Bukamluka, Ikabak Bukamluka. I said, huh? She said, that's the spell that you put on, and then you'll catch fish. I said, yeah, but what is this, Ikabakalupa, whatever? She said, well, if you translate it, it comes down to Princess Catch a Fishy. And you do that 3 times and turn around, sit back down, and you'll catch fish. I said, oh? I said, I can use all the help I can get. So I bought that, and just happened to my mother had a chain. So we put it on a chain, I put it around my neck. Well, that evening, we decided we're going to go out and drift for walleyes out in front of the resort. And so everybody gets in a boat and I got my then wife and 2 kids in my boat. My mom and dad and the guy and the lady from the motel or resort in the other boat, and a couple other boats. And we go out and there's 2 places where the water depth changes a little bit. One was Huddle's Reef, one was Hogar's Reef. So we go out beyond Hogar's Reef and we drift over that and drift over Huddle, go back and do it again. Do it again. After about a couple hours, my mom yells out, saying,
I know.
John,
Well, I already cut him once.
why don't you use your catch a fishy? I said, that ain't gonna work. She said, oh, go ahead. I said, oh, okay. So I stand up in the back of the boat and I go like this, toward the open water, not the shore. Princess catch a fishing, princess catch a fishing, princess catch a fishing. And I do a little dance, kind of hamming it up. And I sit back down and we're fishing with leeches at that time. So I pitched it out there, maybe 30 feet, let it sink down to the bottom. It was only about 8 or 10 feet deep. We just start going like this. All of a sudden, it was like I caught a sock or something. You know how it drags like that? And with walleyes, a walleye will grab a hold of a bait and hold it in its mouth until it gets ready to turn it and swallow.
I had to call you
So
measles.
I'm waiting to see if this has got anything good.
Yeah.
And I feel it do the jiggle. 6-pound walleye. 3 people wanted to buy that right immediately. They want to buy my catch a fish.
The sport of it, yeah.
I said, no, I think I got a winner here.